every day, one by one, I'm gonna try every recipe of Laura, starting from the very beginning. Come, join me on my challenge. Let's go! Hi everyone! My name is Ruta and welcome to the 246th day of my challenge, where the next recipe in line to try is Italian chicken soup. And oh my god, I have a funny story connected to this recipe. Recently, my husband has been asking me to make a chicken soup, and a very particular one, the one his mom makes, and I really don't know how to do that. So I was like, how do you imagine I will do that? Like, I'm not that advanced. I cannot make up a recipe from my head. So when I saw that this is the recipe to try, I started laughing. I was like, oh my god, this couldn't be more perfect, because it's actually quite close to that other soup. Of course, they're very, very different, but the idea, I feel like, behind it is quite similar. That is thicker soup with shredded chicken, and I feel like this one actually will have way more taste just because I will use so many veggies. I feel like I'm gonna be chopping like for the next hour or so, but that tells you a lot. Like, this soup will be tasty and will be, I feel like, healthy as well, just because of the amount of all the veggies. But okay, I'm kind of like rambling, but it was just really funny for me that this is the recipe when my husband has been asking for one. And the other thing, actually, the thing I wanted to mention is the butternut squash itself. Not that long ago, I've tried butternut squash risotto, and the smallest butternut squash I could buy was actually so huge. I could not possibly use it up in a week or two, you know, and then it would spoil. So what I did, not being really sure how it will turn out, I chopped it up and froze it. And before this recipe, I actually remade Thanksgiving lasagna, and I used a batch of that frozen chopped up butternut squash, and I have to report that it worked perfectly. So I'm pretty sure it will work out in this recipe as well, just because the firmness of the butternut squash is not really of high importance. I'm not really sure, are there any recipes where it's important? But in this recipe, for sure, because I'm gonna puree the soup, so I mean, all I need is the taste, right? So that's everything I wanted to mention. Now let's go over all the ingredients and let's get started. We're gonna need 1.6 liters plus 1 more cup of water, 5 chicken legs, 250 grams of butternut squash cubed, 250 grams of peeled potatoes, cubed as well, 150 grams of peeled carrots, sliced, 130 grams of celery, chopped, 1 large onion, chopped as well, 90 grams of shortcut pasta, 60 grams of tomato puree, 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 1 chicken bouillon cube, some freshly grated Parmesan, and salt and pepper. Alrighty, so here's my biggest pot I own currently. It's not that big actually, but I really hope I will be able to fit everything here. So into the pot, I'm gonna add extra virgin olive oil and then preheat it over medium-high heat. In the meantime, while that's preheating, I'm gonna season my chicken with salt and pepper from one side. So once the oil is hot, I'm gonna put the chicken into the pot, season side down, then season the top of it with salt and pepper, and cook for 4 minutes on each side. Okay, not even sure if you're gonna hear me. So now I'm gonna remove the chicken. Should I talk? I don't know. Ooh, it's becoming quieter. So once I remove the chicken, I'm gonna add all and this is, by the way, a clean plate, all my chopped up veggies. I'm gonna season them with salt and then cook in the same oil and everything for 7 minutes. Oh, this started smelling so nice. Someone's excited. I'm joining my husband's team. Okay, so now into the pot, praying that it will all fit, I'm gonna add 4 things. The chicken, the 1.6 liters of water. I still have 1 cup left, which I will use in the very end. Tomato puree and the chicken bouillon cube. And I'm gonna bring everything to boil. Once boiling, I'm gonna reduce the heat to low as it goes for me, and then cook this for 2 hours. And at this moment, I'm realizing I'll have literally nothing to do in that time, so should I try out another recipe, I wonder? I'll contemplate on that. Have passed, so now I'm gonna remove all the chicken legs. And while my chicken legs are cooling down just enough for me to handle them, that is to shred the meat, I will blend my soup. So I will use immersion blender for that, and I will go for exactly the same thing Laura went for, just because I don't know the soup, so let's see, maybe that's my favorite way to eat it as well. So I'm gonna go for mostly blended, but still with some chunks left. And now to this, I'm gonna add that 1 cup of water just to thin out the soup a little bit. And oh, I'm so afraid I will spill it. I'll just put it here. So once the water is there to thin out the soup, I will bring the pot back to the stove, and over medium high heat, I will bring it back to a boil. And in the meantime, while that's happening, I'm gonna bring the chicken here so I can shred it. As for the chicken now, I will discard the skin, then remove the meat from the bone, discard the bone as well, and then shred the meat. As you can see, the soup is up to a boil, so now the chicken, the shredded one, and the pasta will go in for 10 more minutes to boil, and that's it. Hope that I adjusted the camera well. I just didn't have time for that, you know. This is so hot. Maybe I didn't have time for that. I just want to try this so bad. How to hold it. Okay, I'll quickly. This is so green. Ow, so hot for my hand. Choose Ruta. Burning mouth or hand. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's not judge. Girls know. Boys too. We do this. When stuff is too hot, you have other places to hold the soup with. This is so good. Oh my god, you see? Before I put my hair into the bowl, this is really good. I have to say though, whenever I try a recipe, and sorry about the darkness, I'm not dealing anymore with all the lights because I'm moving. So whenever I try a recipe, and whenever I start when it's normal daylight and it's like a day, and I finish when it's night, I feel like I cooked all day, even though it's kind of true and not true at the same time. It did cook quite a long time, but I didn't do anything else in that time, and I would have tried the next recipe in line, but I actually ate one of the ingredients I needed. So I'm postponing it for tomorrow. Anyways, this soup, this is awesome. I know I will make it again just because it's like so, okay, I don't know if you can see, it's so creamy, and I love soups where there is like shredded chicken inside. Somehow it's like so tasty. I don't mind the pasta. You know, sometimes those soups I try, like you add the pasta and everything becomes so thick. This is definitely a little bit thicker soup, but not as thick as the other ones I tried, which I feel like this is what I like. I have fresh bread, I have warm soup, really hot hands still, warm chest. So I feel this recipe, this video is coming to an end. So if you want, go check the original recipe by Laura there. This is definitely a great recipe to try if you like chicken soup, if you like soup in general. This has tons of flavor, but it's like duh. I put a humongous amount of veggies, like it's impossible for this soup not to be tasty. I feel like you should adjust the seasoning, but I like towards the end before adding the pasta or after pasta is boiled. But I felt like I actually seasoned everything quite well during the process. That's why I didn't do that. But you know, whenever you're not cooking on camera, you can actually taste test. I never do that just because I want to try it for the very first time together with you. So if you want, which you should, look in the description box below for the written recipe in both American and the metric systems, just so that everyone could make the soup. I thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this was fun and helpful. I really hope you will make this soup. Let me know when you do. Let me know how you like it, and I will see you soon. Bye!